handled appropriately to me. But we also need to look, did we set this up for failure? And I think we also did that. Who else has a question? Yes, ma'am.
Regarding this issue with the IRS, I think that a lot of Americans have lost confidence in the government to be able to do this fairly. Is it time to not abolish the IRS, but go to a flat tax with no deductions and make it equally across the board, like you said, right or left, and just have it flat? This is what you pay. You know, everybody's scared of an audit or scared of this. I mean, if we go to a flat tax, there's no question.
I actually, if you take a look, there's something the Ways and Means Committee does, which is they do distributional charts that will show who gets what benefit from any proposal. And next time I come down, I'm going to bring with me their distributional chart. It's for the professional staff on what happens with a flat tax. And people at the upper income levels get a huge windfall. The middle class and below get a huge tax increase if you want to keep the current level of funding in, which we have to do if we don't want to explode the deficit. So I think it sounds like a good idea in terms of, and sometimes my husband says, you know, get rid of all these audits and the amount of money and time spent preparing taxes and the like, but the flat tax could lead to results that we might not like. Certainly, a simplified system is absolutely called for. It's so complex. Did you see the CEO of Apple before the Senate last week talked about how Apple ends up not paying taxes? Well, it's all legal. I mean, you know, I can't say that it's anything illegal, but we set up a system so that a very prosperous corporation that's earning, you know, all this money in the United States can legally avoid paying taxes on it, and I think that's something we got to figure out. I mean, we can't just look at them, we got to change the code.
And all these special interests are able to lobby you guys to get their little carve out, which is no fair for the little guy.
I'm not on the Ways and Means Committee, but it's true. I mean, everybody, you try and change anything, and you find out that everything has somebody who loves it. But the thing that I keep in mind is that I was sent by all the people in my district to stand up for what's right. Now, sometimes people disagree, and my constituents disagree with each other. I mean, so it's not always easy. And in the end, I do the best I can to stand up for the principles that I make clear to people, and then I also listen. So our time is up, but I do want to say thank you for letting me listen to you this evening, and we will follow up with the issues that have been raised, especially if you'll leave your name and a contact for either email address or address, so we can get back to you. And with that, let me just say it's great to be back in South County, and thank you, Don Gage, for letting us take over your city hall. Thanks very much.
I didn't ask her, she came to me, and I thought she was going to ask something of me, and I said, okay, well, I'll figure out what it is, and I kept thinking, she said, well, I just came down here to see if you need anything. But I want to tell you, even when she wasn't our representative, on 4 separate occasions, people called me and said, I've been trying to get passports for my children. We did it 4 months ahead of time, they told us only 2. And 2 weeks before they were leaving on a great trip, no passport. I called Zoe, she got a passport. She got involved with the August program for Morgan Hill. South County is Morgan Hill, San Martin, Gilroy. That's South County. If you notice, there's a big separation between there and San Jose. So we're all on our own back here. She got involved. And anytime I've ever asked her to get involved, she saved us $1.5 million on the firefighters, because they want to take the money away. So I'm a Republican, she's a Democrat. She's tried to convert me, but it hasn't worked. Anyway, but I just want to thank you very much for taking the time to come down, because sometimes it's not easy to answer the hard questions, but since we're in the job, that's what we're required to do, is answer the hard questions for our constituents. So I know she works hard, and I know she's always available, even more so than previous people that we have representing us. So, Zoe, thank you so much for coming down, and we'll look forward to future meetings.
Thank you very much.
And that's it.